We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Please do me a favor and hit that like button. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and clicking play, spending a moment of your morning with your boy. All right, guys, I got a couple of things I want to discuss. Not really a whole lot of things that's going on in the news, although I am going to discuss that as well. I came across this meme not too long ago, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And I'm only going to keep it up for 1, 2, 3 more seconds, and I'm done. All right. Have you given God praise, glory, and honor for grace and mercy today? Have you? Okay, cool. If you haven't, make sure you do so. Have you said something nice to yourself when you walk by a mirror, either last night, yesterday, or today? If you haven't, make sure you do so, because this world is dark and mean enough. It don't need for you to be dark and mean to yourself. You need to be encouraging. You need to be motivational, at least to the person that you see on a daily basis. Although that person that you see on a daily basis in the mirror has lied to you time and time and time again, that person got your back more than anybody. All right. And I mean that, like when you say that I'm going to eat better, I'm going to work out more, I'm going to read the Bible more, I'm going to do content, and all of those things are a lie. I'm going to stop doing this, but you continue doing it. I'm going to start doing that, but you never start. You know what I mean? We lie to ourselves so much that we lose faith even in ourselves. So that's why we need to rebuild ourselves back up. When you look in the mirror and you see yourself, you say something nice, you say something kind, inspirational, motivational, encouraging to that person that you see on a daily basis. All right. All right. And make sure, again, you thank God for at least his grace and his mercy. There's a couple of people I want to discuss this morning, but first, let me go ahead and put my poll up. Let me see. Your trust in Trump. Is still, and please do me a favor and answer my poll that I'm putting up right now. Business. All right. So I need for y'all to answer this poll right here that I am posting. This is for the people who are on the live stream. I don't know if you'll be able to have access to it in the recording afterwards. I don't think so, because I do know that some people were asking me about this in my last video that I did last night. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. We had a good time. We had some fun in that joint. Shout out to Nanny's Taking the World. Sugar Shane, what's going on? These are my blues. Who else we got in the building? All right. B, what's up? What's going on, B? Shout out to B. And we got a bunch of people. Courtney, what's going on, Courtney? Hopefully you're feeling better. We got Critical Thinking up in here. We got a bunch of people who are members up in here. Shout out to you guys. And also we have members. You can join and become a member of the LFR family. And if you are on X watching this, do me a favor and quote this bad boy and share it. And I follow back everybody who quote and share my posts on X. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. When God bring you out of something, please do me a favor. Don't go and take your clothes off and jump right back into that pool that God then pulled you out of. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be grateful that you were pulled out of it. Be grateful that God gave you another chance to get it right. You know what I mean? You learned from it. You got your little hand spanked. You got your hand spanked. You learned something from it, and now you have an opportunity to get it right, course correct. Make sure you do that. Take advantage of that. You'll see exactly why I'm saying that when I show you these couple of videos that we're about to discuss. You bring a smile to so many faces. I just wanted you to know that. God bless you and have a wonderful day, man. Rayanne Nunez, thank you so much. That brought a smile to my face. Just the fact that you said that I bring a smile to your face, that brought a smile to mine. I really appreciate that, man. Shout out to her. Y'all make sure y'all show some love to Rayanne. That was dope. That's how you encourage people. Just in the morning, just saying, look, you bring a smile to my, thank you so much. You bring a smile to my face. So I guess we are even now. We are even. All right. All right, we're going to start out with this little crazy lady right here because men are weird. And I already know that most conservative men, let me go and remove my name from here because I don't need that up here. Most men will still crack this woman right here. Most men will still crack. I promise you. Even as crazy as she sound, most men will still crack. By crack, I mean roll around in the sheets. They will still roll around in the sheets with her, even though she sounds crazy. Does she sound crazy? Well, you tell me.
When will he die? When will he die? I can't keep doing this. When will he die? When will he die?
She is talking about Trump. Apparently how he's treating her people, the Hispanic community. She is wondering, when will he be unalived? When will he pass away? As if that will fix all of their problems. Unfortunately, Trump didn't create your problems. Trump came in to clean up the mess that the Democrats created. That's what Trump did. Trump came, cleaned up the mess that the Democrats created. It was already an issue in the United States, and the Democrats made it worse and worse and worse in the last 4 years. And a lot of us, because we were getting our way and we were seeing so many people come over here, and we're like, wow, this is amazing. We got people coming from everywhere by the millions, which is beautiful to see if it's just an event. But they were coming to not only stay, but they were coming to take advantage of benefits and resources that American citizens weren't even able to take advantage of, unfortunately. So Trump had to come clean it up. And because he cleaned it up, because he was the one to clean it up, he is the one to take all of the blame. Something like this story right here that I'm also going to discuss because I think it's important that we do discuss this. Trump was the one that had to clean up the whole COVID-19 thing. But do y'all remember how it all started? Do y'all remember who was involved in getting it started? It was everyone but the conservatives. The conservatives was the ones that was trying to put the truth out there about it. And it was the Democrats that was creating it in labs and were calculating, trying to figure out how to bring this world down in population. They was trying to take it from 8 billion people to like 6. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check this out right here. Make sure you hit the like button, gang, and make sure nobody reports this video because I don't want it. It's not only Dr. Fauci. Y'all gonna see exactly what I'm saying. Everybody continues to blame only Fauci. It's not only Fauci. Fauci was a tool in it. Fauci was a resource. That's what he was. He was a tool and a resource. He was not the original brain of the operation. Check this out.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus.
If we get an airborne pandemic, if we haven't built ahead of time some structures to deal with this, millions of people could be adversely impacted.
But also there will be a surprise outbreak. The next administration, that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors we're faced with.
Pandemic prevention and preparedness is going to end up being, whether the administration likes it or not, a priority, a top priority.
Trump is now president. When he faces his first major epidemic, as his predecessors have, he will likely project his impulsivity, xenophobia, and cavalier attitude towards facts to over 52 million followers.
We may yet again have another pandemic, and it is almost inevitable that we will have another pandemic.
Welcome to Event 201.
Of what's looking like it will be a severe pandemic.
A new coronavirus.
Why don't we blow the system up and then say, hey, everyone in the world should get this new vaccine we haven't given to anyone yet?
But it is not too crazy to think that an outbreak of a novel avian virus could occur in China somewhere. We could get the RNA sequence from that and print those vaccines on a patch and self-administer.
At the beginning of COVID, we almost knew what was going on. I've been teaching vaccine workshops for our community for, at the time, over a decade. I've been very immersed in the informed consent education. Before, at my early chiropractic career, I actually did go to the World Health Organization representing an international chiropractic organization and heard Bill Gates speak. It was in the wake of H1N1, and he was talking about the global response and how amazing it was, how many deaths we prevented. And then in that meeting, he called it the decade of the vaccine. That his mission was to, with all of his money donated, was to eradicate illness from, eradicate infectious illness from the planet. The arrogance, but also the myopia of that conversation and comment is remarkable. So at the beginning of COVID, my message to our community was, guard your heart and guard your mind, guard your soul from the endless fear and anxiety that's going to come, right? I didn't know exactly what it was going to look like, but I did know it was going to come. And here we are, right? Here we are 5 years later, and 3 missile sites, and 22 years ago I was in Iraq, and we don't know exactly all the things that are happening, but we do know that what we're being told isn't the whole truth, and you need to do the same. Guard your mind, guard your heart, and guard your soul from that fear and anxiety.
All right, so thank you so much, Marla5656, for becoming a YouTube member of LFR family. Let's go! Shout out to Marla, man, and shout out to everybody who's becoming members of the LFR family. I appreciate you. Yeah, let's go. That is beautiful. All right, so what we just now saw was all of the individuals who were involved in creating it. In the beginning of the video, it started out with Bill Gates speaking. I don't know if y'all remember when he was speaking at this event, when he was doing his TED Talk. He was actually talking about how many people there was in the entire world. And he was talking about how can we strategically get that number down. And that made sense to people. It never rung any alarms. It never, no red flags, no nothing. And then they put their plans into place. They put their plans into place and started getting it done. They started getting it done. And then during the Trump administration, the Democrats really stepped it up, trying to figure out how to bring forth the next pandemic. Here's the thing, though, because this could have been going on for a long time before we even started paying attention to all of this mess. But the fact that they planned it out and started getting all of these people sick, then they came up with a vaccine that was mandatory in order for you to return back to work. And that got people even more sick, unaliving even more people. And then the person that was tapped on the shoulder to clean it up in his first administration, he received all of the backlash for it, which makes no sense whatsoever. How can the person that came to clean it up be responsible for the mess that they made? That's ridiculous. And that's exactly what happened. As you can see, Bill Gates was involved, Obama was involved, Fauci was involved, many people were involved. And then people like myself, content creators, who just wanted to report on it, wanted to have a conversation about it, we were being Some people were being demonetized, kicked off of platforms just for discussing it. I remember I was doing a Tom McDonald live stream. Tom McDonald came out with a song at the time that all of this was really going on, and I did a reaction to that song, and I did it while live streaming. And Tom McDonald was talking about it, and I wasn't saying anything during the time that Tom McDonald was rapping about it, this, that, and the other. And my live stream got shut down. And then I received a strike on that video. Now, a strike is different from a copyright claim. A strike is something that really punishes a content creator on YouTube. And we can't do any videos for a week after doing that. Just so you know, if you get 3 strikes within 90 days on YouTube, you lose your entire channel. I didn't say anything about it because we couldn't say the word COVID at one point. We couldn't say anything about it whatsoever. That's when you know it's a red flag. When you can't even talk about it, when you can't discuss it, when you can't even ask questions about it, that's when you know it's an issue. That's when you know they have something to hide. And they really did have something to hide, man. They were shutting us down, censorship like crazy. It was ridiculous, man. And we already know who created this. And every time we continue to talk about, well, when Trump was running for president again to become the 47th president, everybody just kept on bringing up how he effed up his handling of the thing that these people created. What? How can you mess up the handling of it? Like, he even got into a point where he was like, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get the vaccine. And I'm not drinking all the Kool-Aid or nothing, but I'm listening. I'm trying to listen to the experts. Y'all say that y'all are the experts. Y'all say that this will help keep people alive. I'm gonna try it. I'm even tell people to go get it. I don't want to. People who support me are completely against it. But you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet just to see if this happens. And people's like, no, nah, I'm good, Trump. Everything else you're doing, I'm rocking with you. But as far as this right here, nah, you can keep this one, bro. You can keep this one. So they created the mess and then wanted him to come in here and clean it up. And that's exactly what happened. So that's why I decided to vote for Trump. You can't continue to play in people's faces, create catastrophe after catastrophe, and then tell us that the person that was brought in to clean it up is the reason for it, is the cause for it. Like, all these people wouldn't have passed away if he would have handled it properly. Well, all these people wouldn't have passed away if y'all wouldn't have created it. If y'all wouldn't have went out your way to make sure that this was created in the lab for us to get sick. How about that one? If y'all would have protected us in that way, we will be fine. Because we were good without it. How in the hell did that make this country a better country to live in? Huh? How did that help us at all? It didn't. So what was the point of them creating it? Some people say it was to control population. Some people say it was to create some type of what you call it? Chaos, so that they can maintain power. So that they can get back in office, they can stay in office. It could have been anything. And then at the exact same time that they was communicating about this stuff in 2017, this is the exact same time where they were protecting the Hunter Biden files from being released and shared throughout social media. They didn't want anybody talking about it. It was out there, but nobody could talk about it. And anybody that did, they lost their platforms. They were being kicked off Twitter. They were being kicked off YouTube. They were being kicked off Facebook. And it's like they have a meeting, man, like all the people that's part of this dark conglomerate, they meet up and they say, these are the things that people cannot question, cannot talk about. That makes us the same as those other countries that can't discuss politics and world situations openly without being arrested or just killed. That don't make us better than those other countries. Make us just like them. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. In other countries, you can't discuss certain things, but the propaganda that they feed you. And if you say anything against your government or against your president, then you are arrested or unalived. That's just how that works. So I just wanted to show that to you. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for showing that, but I wanted to show that to you guys because that's just absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's go into our first story about this lady right here who opened her damn legs. Opened her legs. I don't know who in the hell dived in after she did it, but she opened up her legs and got 8 kids out the deal. And well, she's got 7 kids right now, pregnant with her 8th, and she got 7 different baby fathers, and she receives $3,000 a month in food stamps, and she's bragging about it. Now, you guys are the ones that's paying for it. You guys are the ones that's paying for it. And listen to how she acts, man. She's just so y'all know, I believe there's some benefit to people who don't have it to receive some benefits from the federal government. But it should be to a point. Like there should be a cutoff. There should be a reason behind it. But we also know that these programs help separate families. You cannot receive it unless you have a man in the house. So if she had a husband, she wouldn't have had welfare all throughout her 7 kids that she had with different baby fathers. If she had a man living with her and working, she wouldn't have qualified for welfare. She would have already had a man who would probably have married her at that point and would have his own career. And she would have the mindset to get out there and do her thing too. And they will build a nice family. But that wasn't the case. In order for these women to get welfare, they cannot have a man living in the house. So what that means is when I need stuff done or I need my itch to be scratched, that revolving door of men will continue to come in and go out, creating new dependents, which are children that they don't take care of, and they just leave with her. And it's almost like they prefer it that way so that they can continue to get more and more money from the federal government, which makes absolutely no sense to me. And it's you all that's paying the bill. It's you all that's feeding these kids. Have y'all received any letters from these children saying, thank you for feeding me? No, you're not. And you haven't.
Okay, we listen and we don't judge. Yes, I have 7 kids, and I am currently pregnant right now with my 8th child. 7 baby daddies and another one. I got 8 baby daddies. Yes, we're getting $3K in food stamps. Yes, we are killing it, honey. We are killing it. No, I'm not ashamed. I've been a mom since age 14. I got pregnant at age 14 with my first child. I've been doing this by myself and getting help from the government. Why not get help from the government? I'm a single parent. I'm a single mother out here raising these kids by myself.
By decision. It's your decision, bro. It's your decision to do this. Why not get help? I'm a single parent. It's your decision. Last I checked, it wasn't the federal government that put their dingling inside you and got you pregnant. It wasn't the taxpayers out here that put their dingling in you and got you pregnant. It wasn't me pumping and sweating and leaving my seed inside of you. So why should I have to pay for them little rat bastards?
So yes, all of them on child support. So I'm getting all those child support checks, and I'm getting my $3K in food stamps. I have a food stamp plug that helps me. Yes, a food stamp plug that helps me get $3K a month. And he works in the office. So, yeah, don't judge me. That's it. We all go through things, just don't judge me.
We all go through things. You're not going through anything that you didn't put yourself through. So here's the thing. All right. So she says she got them all. They are all on child support, right? All of her baby daddies, all 7 of them, are on child support. She got an 8th baby in the oven by an 8th baby father. She has a plug that works for the government that makes sure she get $3,000 per month in food stamps. I don't know how to look at this right here, because I don't want to be too harsh on a woman that's having babies and then have, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you got to be. Somebody got to be like, okay, this is a cutoff point. I can't support you no further. Sorry. You got to go find your own way. At this point, how much money do you expect for the federal government to continue to take care of you? Think about this. There's millions of women just like this. My guardian, she received welfare for me and my brothers, and she gave her life to providing a home to children who did not have their own parents. You know what I mean? She was a foster mom. That's what she did for a living after she left the hospitals of cleaning up in the middle of the night. She became a full-time foster mom for a long time. So even after me and my brothers left out, more children came in for a little bit of time. A lot of these children were abused. Some were born with crack addictions and other addictions, and their parents weren't capable of taking care of them. That wasn't the case with my mother. My mother wasn't. She never touched a drug a day in her life. She still don't. She don't even drink. My father, though, he was on some hard drugs for a long time, and I don't know if he still is. He says he's not, but I don't know. We don't really have that relationship where I can trust him or not trust him. You know what I mean? But he says he's not. He's not. But children who go through the system, that, thank God they weren't aborted, they actually have people out there that will take care of them. This lady right here, I wouldn't wish that she abort any of her children at all. But I would wish and hope that she would be in a relationship with some of these men so that she can create the type of environment that would lend itself to a healthy, happy household, like an actual family, children that know their dads intimately, like have a relationship with them, children that see their mom receiving consistent love and support from the man who is my father. Not seeing men coming in time and time again and, oh, my mother's pregnant again, or she's pregnant again, or she's pregnant again. All of my siblings look different. All of us have different fathers. That's not cool. It's not cool. And then at the end of the day, you're still going to lean on the whole, I'm a victim and I'm going to make taxpaying citizens take care of my kids. And I'm going to brag about it. So not only that, I'm going to open up my legs. I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to get child support from this man. And I'm going to get child support from the federal government. 1 + 1 equals, I don't need a job. Wow, this is a nice hustle. Let me do it again. You got 2 kids now, 2 child support payments, 2 welfare payments. Wow. Well, the welfare payment went up because I got more kids now. It went from 500 to 700. Wow, this is a nice hustle. Let me do it again. Open my legs. Boom. 3rd kid, 4th kid, 5th kid, 6th kid, 7th kid, 7 baby fathers. At some point, the office need to say, look, I'm sorry, but we're done with you. Like, your cutoff point is 3 kids. Your cutoff point. Like, you can have all as many kids and baby fathers you want after this, but we're only supporting you up to 3 kids. The amount that we give you is not going up. The plug that you have in the office, we're going to find out who that is. Not only are they getting fired, but they're getting arrested because they are stealing from taxpaying citizens. This is all criminal. this is just how I look at it, man. This is my vantage point. Make abstinence great again. Is that what MAGA mean? Make abstinence great again. I like that. A scammer is a scammer. No love laws from me for any cheat or thief. Shout out to Tijuana border jumper. A scammer is a scammer. So yeah, that's my point of view. Let me see what you guys are saying inside the chat. And make sure y'all answer the poll that I have up there. It's simply asking about your trust in Trump based off of how he's been governing as the 47th president so far. All right. And the selections are, it says my trust in Trump is still the same as always. It's less and less each day, and is none of your business. All right. So far, 87% of you said it's still the same as it's always been. And shout out to you guys for being consistent, sticking in there, making sure that y'all are still rocking with him, which as you should, because he's doing a great job. Some things I'm like, I don't know. But you're not going to get everything you want. But you're getting way better results than you got in the last, I don't know how many years, which is nuts, especially since I've been paying attention. All right. So my man said, and you are going to transition us on to our next story. Tijuana Borders Jumper just now said, a scammer is a scammer. No love lost from me. So he said a scammer is a scammer. I want to show y'all this right here, man. Shout out to that lady for continuing to open her legs and run the play. If the government allows you to run this play and to continue to get money out of the pockets of taxpaying citizens, what can I say? It works for her. And nobody's going to do a damn thing about it. But check out this dude right here, who's an actual scammer, and see what he did. This brother committed crimes against people, against banks, and ran up about $2 million, so they say, and he got 2.5 years in jail. Watch what he says when he talks about how he made this money and whether or not he's going to do it again. Here's the thing, guys. When the Lord pulls you out of sugar honey iced tea, try your best not to jump back into it. When the Lord pull you away from relationships that are bad for you and your spirit and your household and your finances and everything, try not to jump back into it. If you pray for God to release a stronghold from your life, and that stronghold is released, and you feel blessed and you are free, don't run back to it. It's idiotic. It's ridiculous. All right? Check this out right here.
What's a bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
All right, look, true story, right? Like, what you laughing for?
No, go ahead.
No, true story. I went to prison, right, for scamming. So look, I was making so much money scamming. I went to prison. But look, my worst decision is I made like 400 bands, and I was like, I got money hungry, right? And I was just like, I didn't care about nothing. I was still scamming and doing my shit. I went to prison, but before the prison I was like doing my livest. I'm grabbing everybody. Hey, y'all trying to make 2,500? Open up this bank account and we're gonna do this. I'll put 10 bands in your account. You feel me? And I was doing that shit every other day. I did it.
Working?
What? Yeah, I went to prison for it, so it was working. Yeah. They said I hit for 2.5 million. I was like, if I hit for 2.5 million, I'd have been in Dubai with some bad. You feel me? You'd have never caught me. But nah, I hit for like, not trying to exaggerate or be on camera saying this, but I hit for like 400 bands. And like, long story short, yeah, they caught me and was like, bro, you been making so much money, we finna arrest you. I'm like, bro, what the?
How did they find you?
They told them I was grabbing random. I didn't even know these black. I was grabbing every random black every other day, cracking new black and was like, y'all trying to make 2 bands? They're like, yeah, hell yeah. All right, do this. And yeah, I went to jail. One of them black told me, I don't know their names, but yeah, they told on me. Ooh, bam.
How long did you go to jail for?
2.5 years. Fresh out. I've been fresh out for like 60 days. Okay. You feel me? Yeah. Ain't no thing. It's regular. Yeah. And guess what? I got out, and guess what? I'm going to do it again.
My man made $400,000 scamming banks, by running a certain play that he learned online. He got 2.5 years out of it. He said that he would smash women, have sex with as many women as possible, and after he would turn them on to how they can bring $2,000 into their bank account each time they work with him. All they had to do was follow his instructions. He got 2.5 years in jail from it. He's laughing about it. He's having a good time about it. He said, I'm fresh out, been out for 6 weeks. And guess what? I'm going to do it again. And the brother that's interviewing him just busts out laughing. Hold on, let's continue.
I got out, and guess what? I'm going to do it again. I don't give a Hey, I don't give a I'm going to do this shit again. I've been out still doing doing me. I just bought a Tesla a couple days ago, by the way. Hey, look, I got the fresh Tesla outside, parked in the duck in the cutoff, and all the shit. But long story short, that was my worst decision in my life. Like, just like grabbing random and getting money hungry, you feel me?
Yeah.
And like, not keeping my circle small. Yeah. You know, the rules in the streets is keep your circle small. You know that?
Yeah.
As your homies.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be about scamming. You know what I mean? Keep your circle small. Do your with your homies and everybody in your circle. I was like making my circle wide, like, and yeah, that's how I went to prison and I my whole.
So he's saying that the issue was not committing the crime. And shout out to Louis B. Fishing, who became a YouTube member, man. Shout out to all of the LFR family YouTube members. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the channel and believing in what we're doing over here. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so my man is saying that it wasn't the deed that messed him up. It wasn't the act of scamming. It wasn't that. It was the fact that he shouldn't have done it with so many people. He should have kept this circle small. That's where he messed up. Where I messed up was doing this, that, and other. Do you think that the authorities are not watching this video, are not going to see this video, bro? My man said that I just now got out 6 weeks ago and I already bought a brand new Tesla. I just now bought a brand new Tesla. I'm looking fresh. I'm back at it. I'm back doing the crime. Just so you know, newsflash, bro. They already know that you out there doing it. They're watching you. They're building the case. And what you're doing is helping them build that case. Damn idiot. You're an idiot, bro. You're an idiot.
Wide, like, and yeah, that's how I went to prison and I my whole 2 years in prison. I'm fresh out. I still bought a Tesla, you know, and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Well, welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro.
Where can we find you?
Oh, come on, man. I'm King Bentley. K-Y-N-G, period, B-E-N-T-L-E-Y, King Bentley. The King is with a Y, though, K-Y-N-G. And yeah, I'm King Bentley, fresh out of prison. I cut a lot of them homies off. Hey, y'all niggas ain't on my circle no more. I feel like y'all told on me too. But it's King Bentley 2.0.
Oh, Lord. I go back again and I tell y'all, man, when the Lord brings you out of a situation, and sometimes him bringing you out that situation would be imprisonment, would be a timeout, would be punishment. Y'all remember back in the day when we was children, right? And we hated when our parents told us that we were punished and we had to come inside. We could not go outside. Like outside was our all in all. Why are you punishing me? It's unfair. All my friends get to go outside. Why are you doing this? Not realizing that we're being set down so we can think about our decisions, think about the choices that we've been making. Like when we finally get to go outside, are we going to do the same thing that got us punished in the first place, or are we going to operate a little differently? Make sure that we don't commit the same sins or crimes, so to speak. Nah, what we do is exactly what these criminals do. They think of a better way to do it so that they not get caught. What the people don't understand is when people go to prison, they become smart, they become stronger, and they become better at what got them in there. And some people decide not to go that way and they get out and they become entrepreneurs overnight. without scamming people. They figure out a better way to get it done. They have a certain drive about them that lends itself to success without them having to go through the same pains that they went through before. Like, they're focused now. Some people get out and they're saying, I'm never going back to that place ever again. What blows my mind is when people get out of prison and they're like this guy right here, acting like that was a fun place, acting like, yo, if I go back again, I just go back again. It was so worth it, man. I had fun the last 2.5 years. I got to work out every day. I ain't have to deal with nobody's sugar honey iced tea. You know what I mean? I've been confined. It definitely helped me become better. When I was just inside thinking, this brother was locked up for 2+ years, two and some change. And the whole time he was locked up, he was thinking about how, where he went wrong in his scamming and how he can do it better when he gets out. And when he got out, he jumped right back into it. Obviously, it works to the point where you can just buy a brand new Tesla, stay fresh and stay fly, and start raw dogging chicks all over again. Start receiving and passing and receiving and passing and receiving and passing as many diseases and illnesses, sexually transmitted diseases as possible, while teaching them how to scam the government and putting their lives in jeopardy. Like, these people don't care about other people. Not only am I going to give you a sexually transmitted disease, disrespect you as a woman, completely violate you, but I'm going to put you in a position where you can be arrested too, where you will have to snitch on me in order to maintain your freedom. I don't care about anybody but myself. I'm going to violate as many people as possible so that I can get my brand new Tesla, so I can be able to travel around the world and act like I'm rich, act like I'm wealthy, be able to have sex with the baddest women in the world. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. And I'm going to show it through my actions on a daily basis. And for some strange reason, these people allow it. They know it. They see it coming. None of them have any real character about them, any integrity about them. None of them have real relationships with God. They see the devil coming and they love it. They open up their legs, and a lot of them are left with children. Time and time and time again. It's sad, man. It goes on and on and on. It's nuts. It's absolutely insane. Darnice. Shout out to Darnice. Yeah. Man, we got members. We got LFR family members who are pulling up. Thank you so much for becoming a member, Darnice. I really appreciate you. Yeah. So far today, we got Maria 5656, who became a member. We have Louis B. Fishing, who became a member. And we have Darnice. Shout out to Darnice. Yeah. Or as MJ called her, Darnika. So this is what's happening, man. Like, you get out of whatever it was that you were dealing with, and you're like, okay, God, thank you. I appreciate you. Now move out the way. Let me get on to my next scam. Let me figure out how to get somebody else. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. All right, so I want y'all to check this out right here. This brother right here is from New York. He's talking about the way that New York is, and is basically everything that made us vote for Trump. I want y'all to see this. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. And thank you again for pulling up. This is The Morning Vantage, episode number 61. And I will love if you guys will consider sharing this video and liking this video if you haven't already. Here we go.
I got to get the fuck out of New York. All right, so yes, me and my son are ready to get the fuck out of New York City, because this city is going to be burned down to hell. And I hope it really is, because this is the worst fucking state or city you could ever live in by far. Like, the most expensive state in the world, New York City. Like, I really don't understand. Like, if I didn't have kids, right? Like, I think
one of one of the most expensive, brother. All right, let's go.
I really don't understand. Like, if I didn't have kids, right? Like, I think black men nowadays, those that don't have children, right? You should just start a civil war. And we should just start a civil war here in America. Like, fuck it. It's 30 million of us. Let's grow backbones. Let's all die for a cause. Because these whites and these Asians, they winning. And the Latinos is coming in third with that because they got a fucking culture and a language. While our black asses are lost in the motherfucking sauce. So all I'm saying is that a civil war in America is inevitable. This shit is just inevitable. And it needs to stop. We should just start a civil war. Get the fuck out of New York City because this city is going to be burned down to hell. And I hope it really is because this is the worst fucking state or city you could ever live in by far. Like the most expensive state in the world, New York City. Like, I really don't understand. Like, if I didn't have kids, right? Like, I think black men nowadays, those that don't have children, right? You should just start a civil war.
You sound dumb as hell, bro. You sound dumb as hell, and somebody should pluck you in your throat. Matter of fact, somebody should be able to just kick you in the throat. Just one good time. One good time. I'm tired of people always, like, it makes no sense. I start posting a video complaining about the state I live in, talking about it needs to be burned to the ground. I'm talking about how bad New York is. But then I end it with, we should start a civil war because white people are doing better than us. Asians are doing better than us. Hispanics are doing better than us. So in my thinking, we need to fight. We need to unalive the people that are doing better than us. How about your dumb ass just step up your game and you do better than them? How about that? You do have sons. If you have children, why are you even thinking this way? What you need to be doing is praying over them. What you need to be doing is setting an example. What you need to be doing is hustling, saving up, investing, making sure that they are in a better position. Rather than thinking about everybody that don't have kids, y'all should just get it popping. Y'all should just start a civil war. Y'all should just start going a civil war? Dumbass. Do you know what a civil war is? You're talking about a race war. Is what you're talking about. Why in the hell you start naming other races and you're talking about we need to start a civil war? What the hell does that mean? Why does everybody have phones, man? I believe, and honestly, and this is my fault too, because I encourage people on a daily basis to become a content creator. As a matter of fact, if you got some sense about you, if you got some wits about you, if you have a relationship with God and you want to see this country do better and you want to see people flourish, then you should become a content creator. Then you should cut on your phone and start talking. But if you're a damn idiot that's calling for civil war simply because whites and Hispanics and Asians are doing better, bro, you are damn stupid. That's dumb as hell. That's like the brother yesterday that pulled up and said, you know what we need to do? He said, what we say the answer to our issues would be, God dang it. What did the dude say? God, I can't think of it right now. He's saying that we should be separate. White people should be separate from black people in order to fix the issues of this country. And it's just so damn dumb. Although there are a lot of black people who are saying, man, I think this would be a great utopia of a country to live in if we were separate from the white people. That's what I think. I think this would be a much better world, a much better country if we were separate. Yeah, he said we need to bring back segregation. And there are white people who are saying, you know what? I got, what they call it, black. They're tired of black people. They're not tired of black people. They're tired of ignorant niggas who are always trying to fight, disrupt, burn up, start something. They're tired of that. All right. And that's what we're talking about. Black fatigue. That's what it's called. Black fatigue. So there are people who have fatigue with other races for whatever reason they have. But it shouldn't be with the race. That's the problem. We are all children of God, man. I'm not trying to get on no soapbox or preach or anything like that. I'm just simply saying we are all children of God. We all need to bow down to the King, the Most High. Simple and plain. We don't have the power to put anybody in hell or heaven, period. Us being down here fighting and killing and dying off for the most ridiculous reasons in the world, ridiculous causes in the world, when we move on, we will be replaced. Your job is going to replace you like this. When you no longer are here to take care of that home you own or them cars you own, them vehicles you own, someone else is going to purchase them bad boys and forget you. You won't be, it's like you're not here. Your home will be cleared out of all of your belongings. They will be sold or just thrown away or given away. And it will be like you never was here. People will have memories of conversations y'all had, but that's it. Once your little dumbass die off, somebody's ding-a-ling is going to be inside of your girlfriend or wife very soon. Coming to theaters near you. A ding-a-ling inside of your lady. Because you want to be ignorant. Because you don't want to think. Dumbasses around this world they don't have any critical thinking whatsoever. In order to fix these issues, we need a civil war. What the holy hell? How can a civil war fix New York? Please tell me, I'm listening. What exactly would a civil war do to help New York become a better state, city, whatever you want to call it? Well, because you was talking about New York City. How could that help New York City? How could it help other cities around the country? I want to hear it, genius. It's stupid as hell, bro. People get on my damn nerves, man. I swear to God. That's the only reason why I start off my videos all the time asking people, have you taken a moment to thank God for his grace, his mercy, or any blessings that you receive on a daily basis? Because if we are hyper-focused on abundance, we're not going to focus at all on lack. That's what got Adam and Eve in trouble. They had all of the abundance in the world. Everything was theirs. And they focused on the one thing that they didn't have, and it screwed us for the rest of our lives. It introduced sin into the world. All because they decided to focus on the things they did not have. That one damn apple, that one tree. We want to know what that fruit tastes like. Damn all the other fruits. All these pineapples and mangoes, all the food we can eat, all the lettuce and tomatoes, the salads we over here making. And you want to focus on a damn apple. And most of y'all don't even eat apples. Apples is not even the most popular fruit. It's dumb, man. Sometimes people just need to sit down and shut the hell up. Because when we think about it, if we were to actually write down all of the things that are blessings to us, we will realize that we are in a great space. Even if we're going through racial tension, even if we don't have the president in office that we want, even if the crime is going up and up and up, there's ways to fix that, while at the same time being appreciative of where you are in this world, of where of your health. This brother is actually walking down the street, breathing the fresh air of New York City. Well, it's probably not that fresh, but he's walking down the street. Do you know, you little dumb bastard, how many people wish they can walk down the street? You're speaking without a translator. There's people who wish they can speak. You got the activity of your limbs. You seem to be healthy. Yet, you're willing to throw it all away Because you don't like New York City. That's the problem with you men. You men are too much like women nowadays. You're emotional as hell. Grow a pair of nuts, bro. Like at the end of the day, you're acting so feminine. I bet you was raised by a single mom. I bet he was raised by a single mom and a couple of aunts, probably his sisters, thinking that way. I'm ready to tear everything down because I don't like New York City. Bro, wake the hell up, man. You got children that want to see their dad raise them up in the right way. It don't seem like you're even in a position to raise anybody up, to speak life into anyone because you're so damn immature. Something I pride myself off is being a dad. I love being a dad because I'm good at it. At least I was. I put my all into it. It wasn't on purpose either. I never saw myself as having my own family. Never. I wanted to be an R&B superstar. I wanted to be an R&B star that occasionally rapped like Bobby Brown. I wanted to be able to sing the same songs that I grew up listening to. Guy, Babyface, Silk, Mint Condition, Jodeci, Boys to Men. I wanted to be like those guys. That's what I wanted. I wanted to travel the world and just use my gifts to be a blessing to others and they be a blessing to me. That's what I wanted to do ever since a young kid. I never saw myself having a house. Didn't look forward to that. I didn't think that far. But the Lord blessed me. I didn't see myself having a wife, but the Lord blessed me. In August 8th, I'll be celebrating 27 years of marriage with the young lady that I met at the age of 15 years old in high school, when all I could think about was singing, dancing, talking to girls, and being bad when nobody was around, when nobody was looking. That's all I wanted to do. Be a good friend, have some sex, and sing and dance. That's it. What I didn't know is that my wife always wanted to have a husband with 5 children. That's what she always wanted to have. I didn't give her 5, but I gave her 4. Okay? Didn't give her 5, gave her 4. But when we had our first, when we graduated from high school, she was pregnant. It's not she was pregnant. I got her pregnant. And we were both going away to the same college, the same university, this one right here, Norfolk State. And I dropped out so that I could start working to take care of the baby that I had put inside of her because I thought that that was the right thing to do. While doing so, we got our first apartment by ourselves when we were 19 years old. And she told me, I'm not just going to be a baby mama. We going to have to get married. Yeah, that was how romantic my proposal was. I didn't. So I went out and got a ring and we made it happen. I sung at the wedding. My brothers, they sung at the wedding. All of my friends was there in tux, looking good. My brothers was there in tux, looking good. It was a beautiful situation. And now, after all these years, our children are doing phenomenal. I just stood up as a man and did what I had to do, like all men should. Not leaning on the government, not leaning on anybody else but us. And that's how it should be. I didn't say, man, this country is so racist. I need to buck the system. I need for us to start killing each other so it can become better. That's stupid. Like, come on, bro. We are way too blessed to constantly pit blame on the rest of the country and say the only way out is to start unaliving each other. It's dumb as hell. Only people that need to be unalived are the people that will unalive other people if they don't have any daggone cuffs on them. Because there are evil people in the world. Like we covered that story last night of the 33-year-old guy who was outside chasing children, literally tried to grab an 11-year-old boy, put them in a bag, and the kids ran away. He fell down, got up, and walked away. and then was arrested. And now is being released from prison because they're saying that he's bipolar and schizophrenic. They can't keep him. He can't stand trial because he's too crazy. So now he's going to get out and do it again. If he don't die first, he's going to go back to getting the drugs, trying to get kids so he can sell them so he can get more drugs, so forth and so on. So we do have issues, but let's point out the real issues that will protect our women and our children. Just ridiculous, man. I want to ask for travel prayers from the fam, please. I am driving my daughter back to Cali Thursday from summer break. Thanks. Absolutely, Courtney. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we ask that you cover Courtney in her travels to and from California. And we ask that her daughter enjoys the drive, enjoy the trip, and that they have some bonding and that they continue to love on you and praise you and do your will. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all send a prayer up to the Lord for her traveling mercy. Yeah. All right, let me jump off my soapbox. All right, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Lord. Hallelujah, Jesus. All right, let me see what my people are talking about in the chat. All right. Yeah. So I know I do a whole lot of talking, but that's just, I got to make sure that we have the right conversations. I shared something that I want to speak to you guys about. Chad O. Jackson. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chad O. Jackson, but I became familiar with this brother through some reactions. I actually reacted to a couple of his videos back in the day. Something that he's doing, he's pissing the black community off. The reason why he's pissing the black community off is because he's doing his research and he's speaking on MLK. A lot of people know the backstory of MLK, but nobody wants to hear it because he's supposed to be the most peaceful, most respected man in world history. That's what he's supposed to be, the most peaceful and respected black man in world history. Actually, somebody just now posted something on Instagram, saying that the bust, like the little head statue of MLK was removed from the Oval Office. I mean, not the Oval Office, but from the White House. They said that it was removed, and Trump allowed it because he's so disrespectful. And he replaced it with the bust of Winston Churchill. So a whole bunch of black people are sharing this information saying he removed it. He don't like black people. If he liked black people, then why would he take the most respectful, loved black person in all history of our country and remove him from the White House? But then a bunch of people were saying he did not remove it. He relocated it. He removed it from this area to that area. And other presidents actually moved things around all the time. Had nothing to do with him being black. Had nothing to do with this, that, and the third. But something that we always like to go to is racial conversations. I want y'all to see this right here. This brother, Chad O. Jackson, is extremely intelligent, bro. Shout out to him. I'm learning a lot from him. But check this out.
Whole self-fulfilling prophecy, your young black children have mostly had the idolization of white heroes. Jefferson, a rapist and a slave owner. Washington had nothing worth nothing, no integrity, nothing, okay? But we look to these white heroes. So it's ironic that you spend your time tearing down Dr. King and not the white pieces of shit that all these black children have idolized all their lifetime.
The reality of Martin Luther King's legacy is that he taught us how to cry and beg and plead for white people to give us stuff, for the government to modify life to accommodate us as if we are special needs children as a race. That's the legacy of Martin Luther King. He was not this meritocrat who just wanted all things equal for all people that conservatives believe. Conservatives are credulous and naive to think so. The fact is, when you look at Patrisse Cullors, one of the founders of Black Lives Matter, who says that we are trained Marxists, and she says Martin Luther King was a Marxist too. She is right in saying that. When you look at James Cone, the father of liberation theology, who said Martin Luther King was a Marxist, he is right in saying that. When you look at any of these individuals who are Black activists living today, when you look at someone like the late John Lewis and all of the socialist policies that he pushed as a congressman, and anytime he would take to the House floor and give a speech to advocate and justify his policies, he would invoke who? The late Dr. Martin Luther King. All these people who are going down this road of Marxist ideology and DEI stand on the shoulders of Martin Luther King. They are a continuation of who he was. So the question then becomes, what is a viable catalyst for Black achievement in America? Is it socialism and Marxism? Or is it a free market enterprise system? The fact of the matter is, socialism and Marxism hasn't done any nation any good at all.
That's called being schooled. What happens is, what the lady is saying, and this is simply what she's saying. Why are you taking all this time to poop on a Black hero when there's so many other white heroes you can poop on? Chad O. Jackson is saying, why should I have to pick? I just want to put it out there that we've been lied to about our Black hero for a long time. We believe that he instilled strength, but he instilled something else that was actually to our detriment. And I just want to put that out there. How am I wrong for being the person that's putting it out there? This Black lady is simply saying, with you being a Black man, you need to protect Black heroes. Period. Let's look at someone else. Let's look at George Washington. Let's look at this person and that person and this person. And not for nothing, she's making sense when she talks about certain white people that we hold up so high, who was presidents and slave owners and all these other things that we constantly praise. And I don't think we should praise any of these people, to be honest with you. Their history of starting this country and putting things in place and being so strong in their convictions and all these things. Yeah, that's worthy of like saying that when you take over a nation and you run it properly, this is what it becomes. And those people were powerful in their right back in those days. This is how they lived. This is how they did things. This is how they did business. A lot of people fell by the wayside. That's just how things was back then. And that will be correct. Everybody had slaves back then. I'm talking about all nations had slaves back then. All nations were going through their own sugar, honey, iced tea. But I don't see any of these people being in a position where we should praise them. But that don't mean that when I start pointing out somebody like a Dr. King, and I try to tell you the truth about him, that you're supposed to close your ears, put on your blinders, and act like what I'm saying is false simply because you idolize him. If it was fair to do it with Washington, it's fair to do it with Dr. King. We need to know the motives behind it. We need to know what he was about and all of those things. Like, if they're a public figure, what we're discussing is all fair. It's fair to discuss these things. Simple and plain. Some people idolize people no matter what they've done, no matter what they've been through. As long as we know their names and their name is on $1 or $5 or $10 or $50 or a penny or a nickel or a dime, we love them. And we would never hold them accountable because they were the forefathers. They was the ones that started it all. There's many people who started things that grew to be something amazing. But if we look at the actions they took and we consider the blood money, we will hold them accountable. But let's just call a spade a spade. Sometimes we are hypocrites. Sometimes we only want to hold people accountable that we disagree with. But the people that we love and we care for, we don't want to hold them accountable. This is the same thing in this conversation right here. The young lady does not want to hold MLK accountable. The young lady thinks like everybody else that's in the diaspora who do not want to have any ill will toward the person or persons that they believe are heroes to our people, to black people, to brown people, to the world overall. Because we're selfish like that. We're selfish like that. And I'm certain by me saying something negative about Washington and other presidents that some people are going to be butthurt about it. I don't care, to be honest with you. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't care, bro. Because we need to hold everybody accountable the same. And this information is just now starting to really get out there about Dr. King. And people don't like it. There's this brother by the name of Vince Everett Ellison. Vince Everett Ellison is one of the first people that I heard speaking about Dr. King, who did this deep dive about how he was a Marxist and some of the actions he took, about how he was getting certain things done for other people. Like he was a tool being used by certain agencies in the government. And when he started putting that information out there, even I didn't want to hear it. Why? Because in February, we praised Dr. King. We had Dr. King parades. We had MLK Day. We still do all around the United States. There's an MLK Avenue, MLK Boulevard, or something that represents him. So, yeah, I was also like, bro, how can you talk about Dr. King like that? What in the world is wrong with you? I mean, be quiet. Don't talk about that man like that. You're ruining his legacy. Like, let him be. He's dead and gone. His family is still here. They have to deal with this backlash. But then I opened up my antennas, my ears, and I listened objectively. That's very difficult for us to do. Nobody want to listen objectively about anything that's going to make them feel opposite about a person that they care for. But then when we do, we learn some things. And by listening to Chad O. Jackson, Vince Everett Ellison, Thomas Sowell, and others, I learned some things. It don't make you less of a person. It don't make you less of a black person. It don't bring you less. It don't say that you love less, or you have a dark spirit, or you're broken inside. It simply says that you are an actual thinking person who's willing to receive information, do your own due diligence, look it up to make sure it's correct, and then you make a decision after that. But there are some closed-minded individuals that when you say something about the wrong person, they are on your ass. That's something like when we have an uncle, or even an aunt or a granddad who has, you find out that some of your aunts and uncles were sexually violated by their own father, or impregnated by their own fathers. And some of your cousins are actually your grandparents' children. But everybody want to keep that on the hush, because whenever you bring it up, you are looked at sideways for trying to ruin the family. You are looked at sideways for trying to put their business out there, when actually you just want to understand the truth. Like, did y'all know that my cousin is my grandfather's child, so they're actually my uncle? What the hell? They're actually my aunt, but I thought they was my cousin the entire time? Get out of here. So you can't even have those discussions in families, all because they're trying to protect not the victim, but the perpetrator. All because they don't want to ruin the name of the family. Make that make sense. That's the same thing going on with Dr. King. Nobody wants to understand the truth about Dr. King. Nobody wants to talk about the truth about Dr. King. That's just how it is, man. Nobody wants to discuss that. Look at this. Why are you talking about my mama's family? It happens all the time. Hold on one second. I see. Let me see here. Hold on one second. So are y'all are y'all having a debate about let me see. Let me see here. Don't get into, guys, y'all about to start fussing about why Dr. King is good and why he's bad. Everybody, let me tell you something. The good he did was good. The good he did was great. The speech he gave was amazing. Whether he wrote it or not, he gave it. That's like every time we hear a beautiful song, a wonderful song, it's like the best song you ever heard in your life. It speaks to you. It speaks to your family. So much history behind it. And then you don't even care if they wrote it or not. You don't care. But with somebody's speech, that's something somebody says now. Dr. King didn't even write that speech. Dr. King didn't even. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? The new information that's coming out about Dr. King does not dispel anything that he did right or did good. Okay? All right? Let's keep that a buck. He did some good. But we're just putting out the stuff, the other side of it. That's all. All right? Y'all are just going at it. Don't be fighting inside the chat. They are going at it. All right. So then we have hold on one second. Let me see here. Hold on one second. So you have this lady right. Well, no. I'm not going to discuss that at all. The reason why I asked in the poll, I said, is your trust for my trust for Trump? I was asking about your trust for Trump because of this right here. I see that people are actually burning their hats. They're burning their Make America Great Again hats. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this is happening. People are starting to record themselves do it, post it online. We don't know if they're actual MAGA supporters that's burning their hats. It could be liberals who went out and purchased some hats and not burning and then trying to act like people are walking away from the MAGA community. I don't think people are. Because he's done way more than the last administration in his first 7 months in office. 7 months in office. He's been kicking ass. January. So it started January. So 6 months. Hasn't even been 6 months yet. Because July 21st will be 6 months. All right? Officially. When he started actually getting things done. I mean, you would say in November he started to really say what he was going to do and everything. But after he was sworn in and it was official, I start from that day. All right? So I don't think that people are actually out here burning their MAGA hats all like that. This lady right here, she is a Mexican American. She's a Mexican citizen, and she is pissed off because she has to do something on a daily basis that is so unfair to her. And I would not wish this on my worst enemy. If you have not seen it, check this out right here.
I'm Mexican. Watch what I have to do every single fucking day. Keys. I'm just gonna go on a walk with my dog. ID. Because I need to have that on me at all times. Pass card. Copy of my pass card. Because I also need to have that on me at all times. And now I am ready to go on a walk with my dog outside my apartment complex in my community. This
is so bad right here, man. First of all, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, that before you leave the house, you mean to tell me that immigrants now have to take their keys when they leave their homes? They have to take an ID with them when they leave the home? They have to make sure that you know who they are and that they can get back in their home or drive their car if they have one? Wow, bro. I cannot believe that. If we had to do that, see, some of y'all probably think this is funny, but if you as an American citizen had to take your keys and your ID whenever you left the house, then you will understand her pain. You will feel what she's talking about. If you had to make sure that you had those documents on you, you will get it. Somebody pray for this young lady and pray for all immigrants who have to take their keys and their ID out of the house with them whenever they leave. This is so sad, man. It just shows how demonic and racist this country is. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe I'm in a country where you got to take a daggone ID and drive and keys. If we were to go to Mexico or go to North Korea, South Korea, China, any other country, we can walk around without our passport. And if they stop us, we just tell them, look, we're American. Leave me alone. And they will leave us alone. We won't be arrested or nothing. I swear to goodness, man. Now, why do we treat them like this? Like they're animals. Like they're not human beings. Like they're not peoples. This hurt my heart, man. This hurt my heart. This is why we need the Lord in our lives more than we ever did before. To live in a nation that requires you to put your keys and your ID in your purse before you leave the house. This is not the dream that Dr. King had in mind. This is not the dream that he had. Wow. I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying not to get choked up. Let me cut this off. Somebody call her Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and see if she's okay. Because this is sad. Wow. 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 For anybody thinking about creating content, have you shot any videos in a long time? Why not? I'm going to give you some cheat codes right quick for when you start your YouTube channel. You ready? Okay. First of all, I want you to start a YouTube channel if you haven't already. Then I want you to find another channel out there that's doing exactly what you hope to do, but make sure that they're doing it on a high level. Make sure that they're actually successful. I want you to see how often they post. I want you to see what type of niche they're in and see how easy it is for you to become a part of that. Like if they're just doing like music reactions or they're just sitting in their car talking, I want you to do exactly what they're doing. I want you to discuss the same topics that they're discussing from your point of view. All right? I don't want you to be a robot. I want you to do it from your point of view. What we don't understand is that we have certain life lessons and wisdoms just from simply living life and surviving, raising children, having jobs and careers, having a family of our own, being in relationships that we can give out to these younger people to make them a better generation rather than complaining about them and saying that they're stupid or they're misguided and they need this, that, and the third. Rather than complaining all the time, be a part of the solution. Sit down in the privacy of your car and give out some nuggets. If you are a Bible thumper, if you are a Christian, if you believe in the Lord, I want you to just every day read a scripture and talk about how that positively impacts your life. Do this for 30 days, just the entire month. Just be consistent, post at the same time. You don't even have to edit them. Just make sure that you try to pour into other people. And it's not necessarily about making a whole bunch of money, getting a whole bunch of followers, or anything like that. It's about how much value can I add to this world, because they do need you. God blessed us all with talents and gifts, not so we can bury them, but so that they can be multiplied. How can you multiply your talents and gifts? By putting them out there into other people, by adding value to other people's lives. Then they will take that and they will add value to other people's lives. That's how you multiply it. But then you're going to start to see your fortune turn around as well. Money will come from it. Your living situation will increase because of it, because you're doing God's work. He put us here to be creators, not to just sit on our hands. He put us here to create. We were created in his image, and God is the ultimate creator. He created us to create. He created creation. And now it's time for us to do exactly what he put us here for. All right. Do it with integrity. Do it with character. It's not as difficult as you think it is. And if you don't know where to start, you don't know who to follow, I would say start on a smaller platform or start on a short form content platform like a TikTok or IG, where you just simply put your phone up to your face and you just say, good morning. Good morning. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you show love to yourself. Love those kids that God blessed you with. Love that man or that woman that God blessed you with. And make sure you give God praise just for grace and mercy. Because right now, you are way more blessed than you deserve, and you don't receive nearly the punishment that match your sins. That's what grace and mercy is. You don't have to stretch it. You don't have to be like anybody. The whole point of avataring someone who's already successful and doing what you want to do is to simply see their way of doing things, see their blueprint. All right. Also, if you were to do a video right now saying exactly what I'm saying right now, just for 30 seconds, if you say exactly what I'm saying, your video will be completely different than mine. Why? Because you're different. You're unique. There's absolutely no one person in this world that's exactly like you. You might have a doppelganger. You might have someone around this planet that look like you, but you don't have anybody that look like you, walk like you, talk like you, with the same exact experiences as you have. So that's what makes it unique. Replace me with yourself and it will be a completely different show. All right. Content creation is not only for the youngins. It's also for us, people our age, people who actually have some lived experiences, people who are on page 5 that can teach the people that are on page 1, 2, 3, and 4 how to get to where we are. You think that you're not good at things. You probably go fishing, right? You probably know a lot about hunting, right? Well, guess what? I'm 47 years old and I've never gone fishing. You're not only helping the youngins, you're also helping me. You probably do some plumbing, electrical work, carpentry. You probably do some really cool things. Know how to change brakes, know how to work on bikes, bicycles. All right. You know how to keep yourself healthy after all these years. You're 60 years old and you're still thriving. You're still healthy in your own right. You can show other people what you do in order to maintain your health. There are 30-year-old people who act like they can't get to the same level of health that you are. Show them on a daily basis. Put your phone in your face and take a walk while you discuss what you appreciate about this world. It could be the trees. It could be the different insects that you're seeing. It could be the birds, the fowl of the land. It could be the other animals that you witness. It could be your knowledge for cars. All right. You like to people watch. I like to people watch. Talk about other people. and add your own sauce to it. It's so many different things that you can do. And if you do it consistently enough, YouTube will make you a partner and pay you. They will add ads to your videos and you will get a percentage of those ads based off of how many people view it. Content is king, consistency is queen. Create the content consistently and you'll see things turn around. And then once you really learn how to do these things, you can show other people how to do it and more people how to do it. I work with people today that have not edited thumbnails before, have not created banners for channels before, never started a channel, never edited a video, who now all know how to do it. Not because of me, but simply because we have a community that encourages it. All right? They decided to make a move and we decided to support them. Now we support one another. Now we hope that the next one in line blows up even more than the one that came before them. That's what we do. We motivate one another. We encourage one another. We inspire one another. And it's not only from our words, but from our actions. I can't sit here and tell somebody the greatness of having a family, the beauty of having a wife and children if I haven't done it myself. I mean, I can, but it means a little bit more and it hits a little different when you've done it and when you're doing it and when you've done it at a high level. That's why we all like to listen to billionaires and millionaires talk about money, talk about entrepreneurship, encourage and inspire us to step outside of our box and do something different, to invest not only into other assets, but to invest in ourselves, to sleep longer, to go to sleep earlier, to drink more water, to eat more healthy. We listen to people on a daily basis who are content creators, and they're just helping us with something else. That don't mean that they're greater than us. We shouldn't even compare ourselves to them. They have other talents and gifts to provide us that we receive, and we thank them by watching their content, by liking their videos, by following their instructions. We don't even have to thank them or comment, but when we follow their instructions and we start doing the thing that they're teaching us to do, their value, their talents, their gifts are now multiplied by our doing. All right. We've taken action. So now we're doing the right things. All right. I'm Coach Van. I would love to coach you if you are an inspiring or aspiring content creator and you just don't know where to start, or you have a channel already that you've been working on, but you don't know how to get it over the hump. Like I know people who've had channels for years and don't know how to get it to monetization. And we are teaching people how to monetize their channels in under 30 days by simply following certain things that we tell them to do. Some people think that it's unbelievable. And I understand it because there's so many people out here who are scammers, who don't give a damn about people. They only care about their bottom line. But we actually care about people. Now, somebody reached out to me. They said, well, if you really want to help people, why not do it for free? I do it for free, but I also charge people as well. I do it for free by giving the information out from my platform, telling you how to do it, telling you where to get started and those type of things. But I realized that when people have skin in the game, when people have an investment behind them, they will make sure that they get a return on their investment. When you look around the world, right, people who live in communities where they're not invested, where they don't own anything, there's a certain look, there's a certain feel, there's a certain attitude in those environments that's not in the environments where people own their property, where people have some type of skin in the game. They're tied to it in some type of way. They're paying property taxes. They treat their property differently than people who don't pay any property taxes or don't pay anything for what they're trying to learn or earn. Can you name an institution, a university, where their school is free? The information is free. Most times it's not. And most times the curriculum is exactly the same. It does not change from decade to decade. It stays the same. The program is still the same, but they still charge more and more and more and more per year. Why? Because the information is valuable. The instruction is valuable. The direction is valuable. The blueprint is valuable. And that's why we charge for it. Because when you pay for a thing, you're going to appreciate it more. So if you are a content creator, aspiring content creator, business owner, artist, or a coach, you're a coach yourself, I would say that it will benefit you if you would try this YouTube course that we have. This is the very first link inside of the descriptions underneath this YouTube video. Try it out. And if you're looking to have a team behind you, make sure you reach out to me with VIP so that we can handle all of your editing of thumbnails and videos and uploading your stuff. And then we'll also teach you how to do it so you not have to be dependent on us. In the VIP, we have a 70-30 rule. In the beginning, we do 70% and you do 30%. In the end, you are knowledgeable enough to do 70% of the work and we still help you out with 30%. But you can do 100% if you're not working with us. We make sure that you are ready. All right? Do you see any value in becoming a content creator? Probably not. You probably don't see it. Now I'm going to let those other people do it. Well, guess what? These other people, the youngins and the older people who are getting into content creation, they are stepping up their lifestyle because they realize that they are adding value to these platforms and these platforms are showing appreciation by paying them at a very high level. You got 18 and 19-year-olds that's being paid doctor salaries, NBA player salaries, just to stream themselves playing video games. Make that make sense. You got people who are getting brand deals and sponsorships from simply doing content creation. Make that make sense. You got people who are changing their lives, like completely changing their lives, their whole family's lives by doing content creation. And that's what we're showing people how to do. Hopefully you guys check us out. And shout out to everybody who are already part of the LFR family content creators. Y'all are dope. And I look forward to continuing to work with y'all. Tijuana border jumper. I love walking around seeing God's beautiful creatures and creations. Yeah, because they're beautiful. They're amazing. They're amazing. Let me tell you something that one of the best things that I like to watch, right? Thank you so much for the super chat, big dog. Something I like to watch every single night, I got to see where the moon is. I got to look at the moon. I got to see it. And if it's light and it's bright, it impacts me in a different type of way. My wife, she likes to sit on the deck and just listen to the birds talk, the insects talk. Like they understand each other. We don't, but they understand each other. And then when you really pay attention to them, they seem like superheroes. Like not superheroes, but they have superpowers. Like you can see a bird, you can see a squirrel run full speed down a huge tree and then jump over to another tree and not fly, but pretty much glide using its own skin. How they survive is absolutely amazing, bro. You look at these birds and their wingspans, it will blow your mind. And then you'll see a butterfly looking absolutely gorgeous, not realizing this is the second half of his life and it's on its way to dying. It started out as a caterpillar. So much stuff that you can learn, and you see them working together. You know how many times I bust up a beehive or a wasp nest that they try to build under my deck? They will even drill their own little holes so that they can get inside that bad boy and live comfortably. And I will find them every single time. But I think it's dope that even they know how to go out there, find a place for their families to nest, bring back food, and do things the right way. And you even have adults that don't know how to do that make decisions in their mind to blame other people for not being able to do what these insects and these birds are capable of doing, which makes absolutely no sense. So I will encourage anybody that want to do some content creation that we are doing some amazing work over here, and I would love to work with some of you guys. All right. There are no guarantees in content creation, no guarantees in life. Everything's ever changing. YouTube is changing. You have Kick Some people haven't even heard of Kick. Some people haven't, probably not even involved in Twitch or IG, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it. But people are changing their lives on all of these platforms. And I will encourage you guys to at least look into it. One last thing, AI. Make sure y'all are checking out some AI. Make sure you're playing around with it. Whether you're working with me or not, make sure you're playing with some AI. You got Claude.ai, which is dope. It's just like ChatGPT, but have one or two differences. You got Grok and Grok 3 and Grok 4. You got ChatGPT 3 and 4. You got Opus AI. You got Perplexity. You got Notion. So much out there that people are just creating and putting their hands and just playing with. The next thing you know, they are elevating their minds, they're elevating their lives, and they're helping other people by simply learning the new technologies. Don't be left behind. You got to learn this stuff too. Back in our day, we had CDs, we had DVDs, we had cassette tapes. People were playing records. What happened to all that stuff? What happened to all that stuff? When we were growing up, there weren't any cell phones. Now, the cell phones in our pockets are computers. Literal computers. Computers in our pockets. It would behoove all of us to make sure we're on top of it and that we know what we're doing. Spend some time playing around with it. And if you ever get confused or up against a wall and you don't know where to go, make sure you join the LFR family content creators by simply getting the course that's in the description or reaching out to me with the word VIP, the acronym VIP, and we can get it popping. All right. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Shout out to all my blues. Y'all are dope. Shout out to all of my greens, my members. Y'all are dope. Everybody who submitted a super chat, thank you so much for going the extra mile, and everyone who was respectful inside of the chat this morning. I appreciate you too. If you got any enjoyment from this video, you got any value from this video, please do me a favor, give us a like, share this bad boy, and make sure your notifications are on so the next time we go live, you will be notified. All right? I got some new stuff in the works, and I look forward to working with you guys. And if you need to know any more information about what we're doing, check this out. God love you. And guess what? I love you. And ain't a damn thing you can do about it. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.